Good evening, Tom here. I screwed that up again. I had my little head right next to the bumper, but I'll get it right eventually. Just starting a couple minutes early. I'm waiting on Eli to show up. I don't know what he's up to. We can ask him when he finally does arrive. Um, I hope everyone is having a lovely evening. Let me see here. Okay. And tonight, Eli and I are going to discuss the King of the Kickboxers from 1990. This is my VHS copy. I think it's only officially come out in VHS in North America. There might have been a Laserdisc, and it's sort of like a Jean-Claude Van Damme's Kickboxer, but a snuff version, if you can imagine such a thing. So, and Scott will not be here tonight, unfortunately. He's had a rather rough week. Apparently, there's been rumors out there that he's a part of the Epstein files, something to that effect. But I just want to dispel that rumor. What actually happened is he went to the island to get the coordinates for the island so he can pass them around to everyone and let them know to avoid Epstein Island. So he's really a hero more than anything, and we should celebrate Scott as I do. We should all celebrate Scott and his heroism to defeat these disgusting pedophiles. And yeah. So again, Eli is going to get here at some point. I should grab my phone. Midnight's here hanging out with me. He's in front of the TV. I'll try to get him on camera. You see him on top of the sound bar, chilling out. So if I reach over, I'm giving him some pets. While I'm waiting, I got my Nightmare on Elm Street 4K collection in the mail a couple days ago. I have not watched any of the movies. It's just the basic version. This was only $80 on I don't know if you pronounce it Gruv or Groove.com. And it's just a basic. It's got a slipcase, and there was like a fancy steelbook, limited edition. That's it. Pretty basic. I did watch some of the Freddy's Dead, the 3D, just to see how it looks, and it looks pretty terrible. But I think a problem with, because it's just the old school red and blue glasses. I think these glasses are too small for my head, so it works even worse than it does for normal headed people. But I look forward to revisiting. I haven't really watched a lot of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies in a while, so it might be like a Halloween thing to rewatch all of them. Scott is here, so never mind. Again, he's here verbally, verbal presence. I could show off some other Blu-rays and such. So I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna Barbara Walters this bitch. You know, and find out exactly what's going on here. James, we missed you last week. I personally felt naked and alone without you. I got the 4K of Danger Diabolic, the Mario Bava 1968. It's very, how can I describe it? It's like a super thief guy. It's very like Austin Powers, like the most ridiculous James Bond scenes that you can remember from the late 60s, early 70s, like Moonraker, Spy Who Loved Me. Um, but really awesome. Barnes and Noble had or I think still has it now, a 50% off Kino Lorber sale. So I got it. Actually went to a store, bought it, which is cool. Um, the It's just it's a very fluffy movie, is what I would call sort of like Midnight over here. Um, Not a lot of weight behind it, but the Ennio Morricone score is very, very catchy. Like I found myself just humming it and singing along after rewatching the movie. So this is the only I have that Mario Bava Blu-ray box set and some other Blu-rays, but this is the only movie I have of his on 4K as of now. Oh, and then I still been watching the second season of Cobra Kai, and I guess we can, since Eli's not here yet, we can talk behind his back. But I don't know if it's a coincidence that the biggest nerd in on Cobra Kai, his name is Eli Moskowitz. He's yeah, uh, Jewish persuasion, super big nerd. So what he does is he gets a pose hawk and then turns from a nerd into the biggest nerd into the biggest poser, and his name is Eli. Is that a coincidence? I'll let you decide, dear viewer. This is an interesting. You think so, Scott? He's on strike. Well, why would he send me a message saying just give me 5 minutes? I'll be on in 5 minutes. Jimmy Kimmel has been freed. I don't know about Scott, but Jimmy's free. And it looks like he's more popular than ever. But I would never watch Jimmy Kimmel or what's the other guy? He's even worse. Tonight Show. I don't even remember his name. Oh, Jimmy Fallon is somehow worse than Jimmy Kimmel. Not as a human being, but just as comedians. Yeah, I heard 500,000 people unsubscribed to Disney Plus. So that's pretty substantial. Um, and I was thinking of resubscribing to Hulu, but I decided not to because of this Jimmy Kimmel thing. Fight the power. No, really, honestly, it was because I'm still trying to watch Cobra Kai, and then once I finish that on Netflix, then I was maybe checking out Alien Earth on Hulu. Yeah, Colbert was canceled, but I heard that he was losing too much money or something. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that. Yeah. Maybe we'll see more of a rise of physical media. People will give up on streaming. Streaming does annoy me, because now everything has commercials. Even if you pay for it, you have to pay like a super premium price to not get commercials, and that's annoying. Yeah, I'll probably have Netflix for a month and then cancel it again because there's really not that much on there I would want to watch. I did. Oh God, what's the name of it? I didn't write it down. Hold on a second. Oh, I did watch Unknown Number on Netflix, which is that documentary. This high school couple, they get these dirty and offensive texts. I can never say that word. And then they investigate who is the texter. And I thought it was actually pretty well done, um, without spoiling anything. So there's a lot of I do watch a lot of these true crime things, but a lot of them, like I watch like 20 minutes of it and turn it off because I think it sucks. But this one I thought was pretty good. Yeah, it's always like this comedians, they talk about how much they get laid and how much money they make. That's always hilarious. Comedy should be about failure. Eli says he's coming. He's a cock tease. Um, oh, they have the Charlie Sheen documentary. He was going to be the Karate Kid. Hmm. Yeah, I thought about maybe watching that. Um, the other thing the other documentary thing that I watched, unfortunately, I I signed up for HBO Max just to watch this one episode, because they had if you guys know the Adnan Syed case, the serial podcast, and there was a podcast called Undisclosed, and then an a 4-part HBO series called The Case Against Adnan Syed. Um, it's probably funny to him though, but absolutely not funny to anybody else. And then so they had like a follow-up episode 5. So since I'm like in too deep, I signed up for HBO Max for a month just to watch it. And the more I watch and learn about this case, the more it's obvious. So if people don't know, basically Adnan Syed was a high school student that murdered his ex-girlfriend and was tried and convicted. And then there's been this groundswell that he's innocent. Um, but the more I watch and the more evidence I look at, I think it's very clear that he had to have committed the murder. Because with the hard evidence that they have, there's really only two possibilities, which is he did it or his accomplice that helped him bury the body, the guy Jay. Um, Jay would have had to been in cahoots with his friend Jen and then committed the murder and then framed Adnan. It's the only other possibility. Yeah, HBO Max. But if you actually work out how that would have happened, it's so outrageously stupid that there's no way that could have actually worked out that way. Like, it sounds good in theory, then you work out the steps and fit in the evidence. It's so outrageously stupid that you're left with Avedon being the only possible person that could have committed the murder. So I think overall, those podcasts and that series are all a bunch of BS, unfortunately. But I was at least entertained the first time I listened to Serial, not knowing anything about it. And actually, it took place right near me, so maybe like 10 minutes away is that high school. So I could just like go over to some of the different locations and check them out if I wanted to, but I don't feel like just hanging around in high school and oh wait, Eli's here. Eli, are you set up though?
I think so. Do you hear anything?
Or tap the microphone?
Hold on. 1 second.
This is fun. So yeah, so that's I've gotten deep into this Adnan Syed case, and in my opinion, he definitely did it. And don't believe everything you see or hear in these true crime documentaries. A lot of them are very slanted. Sometimes they're produced by, family members of the person or one of the victims or perpetrators. So it's very slanted towards one side. What happened to just like people like leaving notes explaining why they're doing something and making it clear? Why you writing on bullets?
Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry,
I can't see.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't have the goddamn microphone plugged in. I didn't know. I was like, why is it not working? It's not plugged into the computer. Do I sound okay?
Tap the microphone. All right. Not it sounded like you were hitting it with a sledgehammer inside of a cave.
I was hitting it pretty hard because I couldn't hear anything.
I didn't mean like, yeah, whack the living fuck out of it. Just a light.
I just broke it, Tom.
It's
broken.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Jaws t-shirt he's got on, James.
Yeah.
And I think it looks kind of teal to me.
Yeah, I don't like the color, but the shirt's pretty sick. 50th anniversary.
I kind of like the color, but it makes sense with, it's the water.
Yeah. It's like one of those colors where I wouldn't normally wear, but yeah, it fits the shirt. So that works.
I got my body count shirt.
That's awesome. That's sweet. Ice tea rules.
Yeah, there you go.
I like iced tea. Did you see that footage of Body Count playing Covering Rain and Blood recently?
Not recently. I've seen them.
It's pretty cool.
Cover it, but I haven't seen a recent. I saw it several years ago, I think.
I think they did it at that Black Sabbath farewell thing, but it was pretty cool.
Okay. I think they had done it before that because I remember seeing some clip of it or something.
It might be part of their live set. Maybe they always cover it, when they play live.
Possibly.
Yeah. You know, like some bands have that one song they just cover notoriously. That might just be one of their things.
Yeah, because Monstrosity would cover Angel of Death.
I didn't know that, actually.
Because I remember they would, at least for a while, would close with Angel of Death.
Very cool. I never saw them live or like paid attention to their live. I do like Monstrosity, but yeah, I haven't really. I'm not familiar with their live, whatever, you know, their live thing. But I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Monstrosity. Actually, I've only seen them live once, but
They are
I've
underrated.
never. Yeah, it's partially they've only put out 6 albums since
In 30 years, or
yeah,
35 years.
35 years.
Yeah, I guess it's funny. They're one of those bands that I don't think they ever went away, but I guess they just take their time in between albums. I never have heard of a Monstrosity like, oh, they broke up or they're in between shit, you know? They just do their thing.
Yeah, a hint for the FBI: if you're gonna fake a note, don't sign it yourself. You have to sign it of the person that's supposed to be writing it.
That's what I would do.
So if I'm framing Eli and I'm writing out a note saying, "Hey, I killed Scott because of XYZ," signed. I don't write signed Tom.
No.
I have to write signed Eli, and if you're really good at this, you would look at Eli's signature and try to copy it closely.
You would do that, yeah.
So
My signature would be pretty hard to copy, but you could probably do it.
That's sort of advanced at that point.
Yeah.
But once you get sort of used to the fake note writing, you'll sort of get the hang of the faking the signature.
Yeah, it's like any skill. You gotta sharpen it, you know?
That's a great point. It's almost amazing to me that Sadistic Intent has such a reputation.
Yeah.
And
like 10 songs.
Never put out an album in 35 years.
But you gotta admit, those EPs and stuff are pretty awesome. Like, they are really good.
Like, you listen to J-Dog, what's your top 10 death metal bands? I bet he puts in Sadistic Intent on there, and there's others.
Yeah. I bet you he would.
And that EP is pretty great. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but you're right. It's weird. It's almost, it's not like it's undeserved as much as it is kind of weird, you know, like it just kind of happened.
Well, I think I personally would automatically disqualify them just because it's sort of like
they just haven't done enough.
Yeah, it's sort of once you put out more, there's more potential for some of it to be bad.
Exactly. I think, and personally, I think that's why they have been, and no, I'm not trashing on them, but I think that's why they haven't put out an album, is because I think they're, and rightfully so, but I think they're intimidated or like nervous. You know what I mean? They know what fans are like.
Yeah, they go into the studio and then the guitar player's like, dude, I got this riff. It's like chug 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 chug.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
chug. And you're like,
just down tuned and like chunky.
This isn't gonna work.
Yeah. Because that's the reason why all those legacy bands like At the Gates and Carcass for all those years didn't want to come back, because they've and Emperor, they've literally said, like, we're not the same band as we were when we were 19. we don't want to put out an album and all you fans turn on us, you know, because you don't think it's as good as the early stuff. So
yeah,
I get it.
I think this is right. So I think Monstrosity did Angel of Death and Malevolent Creation did Rain and Blood.
Oh, okay. That would I could see Malevolent.
I could see me mixing those up. That would be an easy thing to mix up. But I think that's correct.
I've mixed those two bands up before too. I guess because they both start with M, and they're both kind of like kind of cult bands, not mega popular, but not unheard of.
Tampa, and they've had members, at least one member crossover.
I'm pretty sure. Was it a drummer? So, no, not a drummer, because Monstrosity have had the same drummer their whole career.
Yeah,
Lee Harrison. So it wasn't him. He's never left the band. I think he's actually the sole original member now.
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, like Scott said, the full length could only be a disappointment. And even if back to Sadistic Intent, even if it was good, people would still talk shit about it. So
yeah, they had a guitar player, John Rubin. He was in both bands.
Okay.
So I knew they had somebody that was,
Yep.
Oh, they have different sounds, I would say.
Yeah, they're not that similar. A Malevolent Creation are more thrash, based, and they're not that similar sounding, really.
All right. So Eli, you've screwed up my entire night, so I don't even know what we're
where we're at.
I was showing off some Blu-rays. I could show off another one.
Oh, I got a couple things I bought too that I grabbed.
So I got this random Japanese movie from 1975. And it's called The Great Chase. I'd never heard of it, but I saw a trailer for it, and this just came out. This is from Neon Eagle, and this slipcover is actually kind of nice. It's embossed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks cool. I like that slipcover.
The lead girl, she's embossed on there, and then
damn, look at that.
And that's embossed.
That is the best cover I've ever seen in that back cover.
And this is like the original Japanese poster.
Yeah, look, that looks par for the course.
And this has a wrestling tie-in, so I wanted to mention this while Scott was here. This is sort of like a very Charlie's Angel type thing, but very strange. It's basically a race car driver, female race car driver. It's the lady that stars in the 3 sister Street Fighter movies.
Okay.
So if you know the original Street Fighter movie starring Sonny Chiba,
yeah,
these were like the female offshoots, and I don't remember her name.
Were the sister Street Fighter movies, were those from canon?
No, I think. Good question. I think Canon released a couple of them theatrically.
Oh, okay.
But they were not produced by Canon.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I could be wrong.
They were probably produced in, by a Japanese company.
I think like if you got like the VHS, they were maybe Canon VHS.
Yeah.
But they were Japanese movies.
Yeah. I thought I remember their names being attached to some of those, but I could be wrong too.
Yeah. This text is too small. It's Siku Shihomi. Either way, she's a race car driver that moonlights as like a equivalent of like an FBI agent that goes undercover to drug busts. So if you remember, there's a episode of Charlie's Angels where they go undercover as race car drivers.
I never did see Charlie's Angels.
Okay. Well, that was the gag, was they would go, undercover.
Oh, something different.
In these ridiculous situations.
Okay, I can see that.
But this is like she does both. So she's a champion race car driver and also a martial artist that goes undercover to bust up drug rings.
She's just the best at everything she does.
Yeah.
One of those movies.
And it's all these ridiculous scenarios. Like she goes undercover as a nun.
That's awesome, actually.
Because there's like a funeral where they're smuggling drugs inside the body. And they have all these nuns there at a funeral home or whatever. And then she gets in there and starts kicking ass. But there's an amazing part where she goes undercover as a man going to a fancy nightclub. And in the nightclub, the main act is this singer/wrestler.
Singer/wrestler.
So the way it works is she sings her nightclub song, like her torch song, and then she wrestles a match.
Wow.
In this upscale fancy nightclub.
Wow.
and then she's part of this drug ring, I guess. So they fight. So the hero goes undercover as a man, and then after the match is done, they fight. So there's all these like ridiculous scenarios.
Yeah.
So if you imagine like a Japanese, even campier version of Charlie's Angels, that's the Great Chase, and the name doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, what is she chasing? It's not a chase movie, right?
No, like the Great Race. Well, even it's not about a race.
Yeah, it just doesn't
But
make
she's a
sense.
race car. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
who is she chasing? She's racing, and she's also undercovering. But
yeah,
chasing,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
you could
But
say she's chasing her target.
there's a lot of movies
Yeah, there are.
where the Japanese translation doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, there's tons. Yeah, there's tons. It's like it wasn't intentional. They just probably pre-internet days,
But if you want very like light silliness from Japan, that's definitely, in terms of a sort of martial art movie, very silly. I found it very, very enjoyable.
I mean that. Yeah, I'm sold on that slipcover. I'd watch that in a second. I got a couple things too. Not too many. I haven't bought too many. But I picked up from Criterion. I'd been wanting to see this movie, so this was a blind buy, but I was already so interested that I didn't feel like it was a huge risk. But Flow, it's an
Okay.
animated movie from last year. It's supposed to be really good. It's Spanish, maybe. I can't remember the country. It's not the U.S., but it's not Spanish.
I've seen the trailer and I've heard nothing but great things from. I've watched a couple of reviews of it from film critics, and they all loved it.
Yeah, me too. And I really am a sucker for like really good animated movies that are done so well that they kind of transcend the fact that it's it could be seen as a kids movie, but it's not.
Yeah, I wonder if was a real thing though in the 70s. Like, let's go out to dinner, and there's a singer, and they work a match
That could
while
be.
we're enjoying our high-end sake and steak.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome, actually.
Yeah, I want to believe that that's actually been a thing, because that's kind of genius.
Yeah, I would go to one of those in a heartbeat. Yeah, watching wrestling and eating a steak, and
But they all get they like bump into the tables and like get knocked onto the tables and like crush the food.
okay, maybe I wouldn't want that, or I'd sit in the back.
Yeah. Like they get involved with the action.
Okay. Yeah,
The crowd does.
that sounds cool. Oh, I also got To Live and Die in L.A. I know a movie you like.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was definitely eyeing that. I have that on Blu-ray. Um yeah, I love that movie. I heard the 4K is really great and substantially better than the Blu-ray. It has quite a few releases. I just have whatever the first Blu-ray that ever came out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I
never
haven't.
owned it before. I've always wanted to own it, so I'm like, okay, now's my time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of Friedkin's LA movie, if that makes sense. So it's sort of taking the sort of French Connection, very gritty crime movies like Cruising, but translating that into 80s LA.
Yeah,
Um,
which is a good. I really like those gritty, like old LA movies, 70s and stuff like that. New York too. New York and LA just were so cool back then for movie settings.
yeah, and it sort of predates some of the cop cliches that came later. Because there's even a cop that's retiring. I don't want to give anything away, but there's the retiring cop that says, "I'm too old for this shit." But there was 2 years before Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other things in it that became cliches later, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or they sort of influenced some of these other movies.
Yeah, it's hard to
Like
tell.
like Lethal Weapon and Die Hard specifically.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I just really want. So I didn't see this movie until after I'd already seen Manhunter. So I thought it'd be. I always thought it'd be cool to see what's his name in another role, kind of like that. William
William
Peterson.
Peterson, yeah, he's
Yeah.
great in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie. It's definitely one of my I've said before it's my favorite freaking movie, but now I'm not so sure after rewatching Sorcerer and Cruising. But
Yeah.
it's definitely top 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It needs. I can't wait to rewatch it because I haven't seen it. I actually haven't seen it in a long time, so excited to rewatch it.
And I already showed this, but I got the Nightmare on Elm Street thing a couple days
yeah.
ago, the 4K set, the basic one.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So I'm thinking of rewatching all of them. So maybe we could do one for, because I don't even need to rewatch the Halloween movies to be able to rank them, but we could do like a Nightmare on Elm Street ranking.
Yeah. I would be able to do that without any rewatching either, because I rewatched all those movies not too long ago. So
Okay.
Halloween, though, I'm a little rusty on some. I'm gonna go through the Halloween stuff soon. I'm gonna watch every single Halloween movie, all of them. Rob Zombie stuff, all of it.
Yeah, I did that last year. There's some rough ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was there some speed bumps to get over?
Yeah.
At some point, I'm sure you were like, "Man, should I just quit?"
Because I rewatched Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills.
Yeah. See, those I don't mind. I actually kind of like those movies, so those aren't going to be rough for me.
I like Halloween Kills fine, but I did not really care for Halloween Ends. I think, well, it's something we can maybe discuss for Halloween.
Yeah.
But the Nightmare on Elm Street, I think my ranking is probably going to change a bit after rewatching them, because each time I've rewatched them, my ranking kind of changes. The first one will always be my favorite,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
but
I think it'd be really hard to put anything in front of the first one. I don't think at any point I've ever been like, you know what, I like this better than the first with Nightmare. I don't think it's even for like a week. I don't think that's ever happened with me.
Simon saw Battle After Another.
I was going to bring
P.T.
that up.
Anderson.
I was going to bring that up. That movie, actually.
Did you see it?
No, but I really want to. I'm going to try to see it tonight, but my girlfriend might make me watch The Strangers Chapter 2, which, whatever. We watched the first one, so I guess she feels invested enough.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And I heard it was filmed in VistaVision, so there's probably like like IMAX or premium screenings of it. So I'm going to try to catch one of those if possible.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, when I saw that immediately after seeing the trailer, I'm like, okay, I have to see this. But now I did get sick of the trailer, because every movie I've seen in the last 2 months, I've just seen that trailer so many times. But have you ever had that happen where you're like, man, they're over promoting this? I'm less interested now, which is stupid.
Yeah, the one that drove me insane was that Bob Marley movie.
Yeah, they were promoting that a lot, and it didn't even do that well.
Yeah, I swear I saw the trailer 10 fucking times.
Oh yeah, easily. I think of this movie we're talking about now, I've probably seen this trailer 25 times. But that's not the fault of the film. And so I was mildly interested in seeing it, but then I saw a review of this guy that I've been following lately, and he said it's really fucking good. Really. He said it's easily one of the best movies this year, and he actually said maybe of the last couple. So that really amped me up to see it. Well, I already wanted to, but now I really want to, especially after hearing, little tidbits about what it's about and stuff.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Licorice Pizza.
Me either. Me and James were talking about that, actually. He recommended that to me. Yeah, Scott, I will. That's not Scott's last comment. Yeah, I'll try that. Oh, that should elicit a good laugh at least.
That doesn't even work on midnight.
It doesn't even work with cats.
No, I try and he laughs in my fucking face.
Yeah, because Midnight's like, I'm a man too, bitch.
Yeah.
What makes you better than me?
Here he's been hanging out near me. So if you want to, can you see him? He's in front of the TV.
Oh, you can barely see him because he's so black.
Yeah, but
he's right in front of the TV. He is jet black. Does he have any white spots on him, or is he pure black?
He has a few white spots.
Oh, okay. I used to see this cat in my neighborhood he was so cool. He was pure. He didn't have any white on him at all. He was like literally, and I know this because I picked him up and stuff, like 100% black, just from head to toe. He was the coolest cat.
We're talking about you. Midnight. Well, another thing I got was did I talk about the Four Flies on Grey Velvet 4K?
No.
So this is from Severin. So this
looks insane. I don't even know what this. Oh, that's an Argento movie? Okay,
yeah.
Maybe I've heard of it.
So this is the third Argento movie, and this one of his more obscure movies, but a movie I think is actually really good. You've seen Deep Red?
Yes. I need to buy it. I need a copy. That movie's awesome.
This is sort of similar to Deep Red.
Okay.
But it's before Deep Red. So you can think of it as sort of a dry run for Deep Red, but I would say it's darker and more noir.
Okay.
I
like that.
So there has a sort of a bleakness to it.
And of course, it has a name that makes no sense, like in a classic Italian. Or maybe it makes sense, but it's weird if you haven't seen the movie.
There's some mention of flies in it. I don't remember what it was.
Like the don't torture a duckling, and stuff like that.
But apparently, I was watching some of the bonus, or maybe it was in the commentary. They said that in Italy they had a promotion where you could get in free if you wore gray velvet.
Because everyone who owns gray velvet clothing, maybe in Italy in the 70s.
Yeah, but that sounds like the weirdest promotion of all time. But this is from Severin, and it's again embossed, so like the fly and the lens, it's all shiny.
Cool. Is that going to be the new thing for slipcases, embossed stuff?
Yeah, maybe. And the blood is all embossed.
That's badass. Yeah,
it's hard to tell. It looks cooler in person.
No, I can see it. I can see the embossed. Yeah, that's badass. That's cool.
And it's a 4-disc edition, including the Ennio Morricone soundtrack.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Which is
I love that when they come with soundtracks when movies do that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I think they should do that more often. I wish with some of these with classic soundtracks, they should give us a bonus CD. Like what's that, Grindhouse releasing or whatever? They do that all the time with those collector's editions. I like that.
Yeah, the Beyond
comes
with the CD.
Yeah, Beyond did it. Some of the Cannibal Holocaust and a couple others. I love it. I will play those too when I get those CDs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this was Severin Films released this. So originally I saw this movie. This one out of the Argento movies. This used to be hard to find. And how I originally saw it, I had a bootleg VHS, which was transferred, I think, from a European VHS. And there wasn't, for a long time, there wasn't a release of it in North America. whereas you could get all of the other Argento movies.
That makes sense because I've never seen it at like a video shop or anything.
Yeah, because the version I had previously was a UK Blu-ray, which was Shameless. So, so this had a weird release because Severin, I think a couple of years ago, released it, but you could only get it over a weekend.
What?
So it was limited just like for a weekend.
Wow.
And I heard the reason they did this is because there's like some rights issues where I think, and this might be bullshit, but like there's like competing, or people claim one party claims they have the rights and another party claims they have the rights.
Yeah.
So Severin did that. They're not continuously having it in print just in case they get a cease and desist.
Yeah. Yeah. And they probably they can't afford to go to court and, start some court battle or whatever.
Yeah.
Over some little movie like that.
So what they did is just they had it on sale for a weekend, and then if you like went to if Severin had a booth at a horror con, they would sell it at that booth.
Oh shit.
And that was the only way you could get it. But then they put it on sale again during their last sale they had a couple months ago. And that was the only thing I wanted, so I bought it. And then with tax and shipping, it was $66.
Yeah.
And it took 6 weeks for me to get it.
Oh yeah. Good old international shipping. And
well, it's not international, it's a US company.
Oh, you're not talking about the British DVD or British Blu-ray you had.
No, this is Severin.
Yeah.
4K.
That's pretty spendy.
So that's not international.
Yeah.
So it was like 56 plus shipping plus tax or whatever.
Yeah. Well, some of those deluxe some of those deluxe editions they just cost that much, so I get it.
Yeah, but I really wanted the movie. It really looks fantastic, and compared to like I might still have in a box somewhere that VHS bootleg I have. So like
be awesome.
to watch it like in perfect quality is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
So and I had you get the soundtrack.
Yeah, that's really cool. I need that. I need Tenebrae too.
Yeah, the Tenebrae soundtrack is great.
It's awesome. It's a great soundtrack. Yeah, and then you got Inferno with what's his name, Keith Emerson or whatever. Cool
the record store down the street from me, they had that on vinyl. I have a digital copy of that soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then I saw it there, and I went back there like a day or two later, and it was gone. So I was gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Trick or Treat, this and the Beyond are the only ones I've spent over $60 for just for one movie. Because that Beyond one was.
That was a pretty big set, though.
Like
I had a lot of shit
or
in
something.
It.
Yeah, but
I still need to pick that up. I need it. I forgot.
That one is wildly stacked.
It is. It's huge, and it weighs like a pound. Didn't you say it has like 6 or 7 discs?
Yeah, it has like 6 discs. I haven't.
Yeah.
I just watched the movie. I haven't gone through anything on there.
It'll take you some time to go through all that.
It is 3 different cuts of the movie.
Are you gonna watch them all and compare them, or that'd be that'd be a task?
Yeah, at some point. Yeah,
eventually,
I'll watch the other 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume you're probably familiar enough with the movie to watch those cuts and probably notice all the differences. I might not be able to do that, but
I think one of them is the same. Oh no. Yeah, I think I've seen it enough to be able to tell.
Yeah. Have you ever seen any different cuts of it, or just whatever's out? I don't even know what's out there. I have a DVD copy of that.
No, I think I've only seen the full Italian version.
Yeah, I just have an old DVD copy from Anchor Bay or whatever.
It was released as Seven Doors of Death in the U.S. and then on VHS, and that's the cut U.S. version. But I've only seen it like when Anchor Bay put it out on DVD. I bought it and watched it. I haven't watched another version, so that was like maybe 2001.
Yeah, I'm looking at my copy right now. Oh, it's not Anchor Bay. It's something else. Probably some one of those fly-by-night companies. EC.
Oh, is that the Dutch release?
It might be. It's EC Entertainment. This
be careful
came out
not
in
to knock
1999.
your microphone. It's super loud when you do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have I think I might not have it anymore. I might have given it away, but I have the House by the Cemetery EC, or had it, their version. Which it came out before the Anchor Bay version.
Okay.
So
yeah, I might have that one also. I need to upgrade these, but it takes time.
Yeah, I've slowed down my buying. I think I've said that before, but
me too. I bought less stuff this month, definitely. And I hope to keep that relatively a thing.
Was there anything you've seen in the theater?
Nothing good. Like I saw that Him movie, and it was pretty bad.
Okay.
The football, the football movie. I wouldn't recommend seeing it. Really, it'd be a waste of time for most people. Not very good. Yeah. What else did I see? I've seen a couple things, but yeah, that's the most recent thing I saw. Was pretty bummed out about it.
Yeah, I haven't been in the theater. I already talked about all the other stuff I watched. Partially when you were gone, I ripped through that.
You had to have something to talk about.
So I have looking forward to season 3 of Cobra Kai. So eventually I'll go through all the seasons.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably check that show out eventually. It sounds fun.
I finished watching all of the Blaxploitation, Shout Factory. So I had the 2 box sets.
You watched them all, nice. I bet that was a fun breeze through.
Yeah, it was over several months because they came out separately.
It's a lot of movies.
So you got Foxy Brown, Across 110th Street, Black Caesar.
Ooh, yeah, I'm a fan of Black Caesar.
Slaughter's big ripoff, and I had seen this before, but the bad guy is Ed McMahon.
Oh shit, Ed McMahon.
Yeah, Johnny Carson's right-hand man. He's wearing these leisure suits and just acting like a badass.
Wow. Damn. That's Jim Brown in that, right?
Yeah, Jim Brown. And then in the where's the
Downtown Jim Brown?
The first one, there's the quintessential Cameron Mitchell sitting down scene. So like Cameron Mitchell is trying to get Jim Slaughter to sign something, and he's doing his scene sitting down and doesn't get up. And Cameron Mitchell calls him the N-word.
Oh shit.
And
Cameron Mitchell would.
And I would not advise using that terminology when referencing Jim Brown.
No, he'll probably kick the shit out of you. Yeah, no.
This is, so I'll maybe pick out a couple of my favorites. Coffee.
Yeah, I knew you liked Coffee.
Friday Foster. Yaphet Kotto, and this takes place in DC, so it's fun seeing some of the locations because I'm familiar with driving around and walking around DC.
I love Yaphet Kotto. That's a
Cotton
good one.
Comes to Harlem. This is sort of a weird Black Power comedy cop movie based on a novel. So this one is a bit different. It feels like a Black Power satire more than a action movie. Hell Up in Harlem, which is this sort of sequel to Black Caesar.
I haven't seen that
It's
either.
not that great.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of feels like a cash-in, but there's some fun stuff in it.
Yeah.
The Great Truck Turner with Isaac Hayes.
Hell yeah.
Sheba Baby, more Pam Grier. Directed by William Girdler of Kentucky, who directed Grizzly and 3 on a Meat Hook. 3 on a Meat Hook featured in a Mortician song. Do you remember?
Yeah. That's actually because I knew that. I haven't actually seen the movie. But I saw the first one you mentioned, but not 3.
Yeah, so there's a Mortician tie-in.
Yeah.
And Bucktown, this is like a Western, but taking place in South Central LA.
Oh shit.
With
That
Fred
sounds
Williamson
awesome.
and Pam Grier.
Oh shit. I gotta see that one.
Let me see here. Let me see which ones are my favorites.
I love Fred Williamson, so, and obviously Pam Grier doesn't need to be. Everyone loves Pam Grier.
Oh.
You keep talking. I'm not leaving. My camera's just off for a second.
You can hear me, Eli? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'll be right back. Yeah, you can keep talking. Scott, the Tish.
So these are my five favorites from that box set. There's but the box set 1 and box set 2 Shout Factory 4Ks. 12 total movies. And I'll give you my 5 favorites. Truck Turner, Bucktown. So this is the maybe the underrated, underseen one that I would recommend that people.
Yeah, I already want to see that.
Coffee, of course.
I need
Across 110th Street and Black Caesar.
Yeah, Black Caesar might be my favorite if I were to pick just one. That might be my favorite.
Yeah, it sometimes gets out of sync.
Yeah, it probably does happen. I mean, it absolutely happens. Yeah, Tom actually has an AI version of me.
Check out my body count shirt, Rick.
It's awesome.
So obviously, I'm not someone you want to mess with wearing a shirt like that.
No, you don't mess with anyone wearing a body count shirt. That's how you get curb stomped, you know. That's how you get some teeth fucking knocked out of your head.
At best case scenario, or just shot in the face.
I mean, yeah, look at the gun on that shirt. I actually, one time, me and my buddy John were, so we used to go to a lot of metal shows together, and you know, mostly white dudes, you know, at metal shows in our area, I should say. And like one day, this random black dude walks up to us wearing a body count shirt and bought us both beers. I don't remember why he did it, but it was awesome. I was like, is that guy really? Because it was the first time I'd ever seen a body count shirt. We were both like, is that guy wearing a body count shirt? That's pretty cool. And I don't know if he heard us, maybe he heard us say it or something. And he randomly brought beers to us. We never met him before. It was cool.
If bullets were honest, they would just put, I'm a nerd, I'm into D&D, and put that on and sketch that into the bullet.
Or just draw a picture of like one of those giant die, the 20-sided or whatever. That's what I would do.
All right. Are there any other? I never put up my little card, but whatever.
It's never too late, is what I always say.
Were there any other recent movies that you watched that you wanted to talk about? I think I went through everything.
Yeah, like I said, him bad. I saw an interesting movie called Rabbit Trap, which was kind of interesting, with Dev Patel, who I'd never seen before, and I thought he was actually really great. It's it's like a kind of like a modern folk horror type thing. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I think it's maybe one of those movies that's pretty smart, and I might have missed some shit. But it's about, I don't know, it's like fairies and Welsh folk mythology, and I don't want to make it sound like something it isn't. I thought it like really downplayed all the fairy stuff, but I don't know. It was kind of an artsy movie, kind of cool. Like I said, I'd never seen Dev Patel before. Yeah, are you familiar with him?
Yeah, I think
Not Cash Patel.
I think yeah, I
The
know
other
who.
Patel.
I think I've seen him in him. Wasn't he in one of the Wes Anderson movies?
Shit. I think you might be thinking
Somebody else.
Also, yeah, I can't remember that guy's name, but that guy's really good.
Oh, he's from Slumdog Millionaire. Oh, it's this dude. Yeah. Yeah, he's in terms of stuff
You talk about Dev or the other guy?
Dev Patel. Yeah, he's in
Okay.
Slumdog Millionaire. I think that's the only thing that I've seen that he's in.
He's one of those names that I started hearing a lot, maybe over the last 5 years or so. So it seems like he's kind of a rising star. But yeah, I thought he was really good. As far as, you know, and being an actor. But yeah, that was an interesting watch. I wouldn't say I don't know where to like. I don't know. It's like I don't want to recommend it, but I also kind of do.
That sounds like something I might like, honestly. I have those 2 folk horror box sets
Yeah.
from Severin, which are just massive.
Yeah. Yeah. Those, I want those too. I think they're long gone.
Yeah, I think I pre-ordered both of them. So I can look it up.
They were really, yeah. Look it up real quick. I remember them both selling out super quick. Like, just they could not even Severin couldn't keep up with the demand for those things.
Yeah, the first one on Severin's website says it's $170.
Oh, they
I
have
think there was
though.
a like a limited edition. I think they sold a limited edition that came with some extra stuff. So I just had the regular version.
Maybe that's what I was hearing about that kept selling
Yeah,
out. Was
I don't think it was limited. I think it came like with a poster and something else. The limited editions, but you can get them. But the second one is 180 and the first one's 170, which is really not bad. I mean, it's
a lot of shit there. And I have not seen the majority of them. I've checked them out, the list, and I'm like, man, I have not seen a ton of these movies. I think I owned 2 or 3, and I swear the rest I have just not even seen yet. So pretty obscure, cool stuff on there.
Yeah, the second one especially, I had not seen most of the movies, but most of them you couldn't really see, at least on physical media in the U.S.
No
and
way.
I had maybe seen half of the movies in the first box.
Yeah, I feel like most of those movies were like ones that probably didn't get popular outside of the country they were made in, pretty much, or maybe Europe or whatever. But yeah, in the U.S., I haven't heard of most of those.
Yeah, but I would the second box set is I would definitely recommend getting the first one first. because I would say the second one is more hit and miss. I mean, they're really searching for movies to try to put in these box sets.
Yeah, maybe it was one of those things where they didn't even plan on doing a second one, and they're like, "Well, the first one did so well, let's do another one." Oh wait, there's not a whole lot of shit to put this time. Well, that's okay.
Yeah, that it feels that way, honestly. But it's like there's just so many obscure movies that I'm super into like obscure weird movies, especially if it's a box set that has a bunch of them that there was no way for me to watch previously.
Yeah, you're
Even
gonna
if
buy it.
I'm not that much of a fan, it's at least some interesting movies I haven't seen before.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I look at it too. They don't all have to be gems. Like some people I feel like are way too harsh when they criticize things like that. It's like they don't all have to be awesome. It's just cool to experience them.
Yeah,
Even
but
if they're
for any of
bad.
these, they're at least interesting. It's not just like,
Yeah,
okay, it's
exactly.
just a very mediocre slasher.
Yeah,
They're all like original.
yeah, yeah. I like it.
All right.
I would love to go on a folk horror binge too. I think that'd be awesome to
Yeah,
do.
because I could also, in terms of for this show, like pick one of these movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and just rip and just rip and
That
just
would give
rip
me
it
the
from
motivation.
rip it from the disc.
Yeah, yeah. That would really push me to finally check some of those
Yeah,
out.
because I would say in the first box set, you have VIY.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one's
Yeah,
really
I had
good.
the Russian DVD of that, but that movie is amazing.
It might have been you that
Yeah,
said it was
I
really
have said
good that
that.
I'm thinking of.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that one's been on my want list now to at least watch.
and then I really like Celia, the Australian um, sort of coming of age horror. I had that on VHS, so I had seen that before.
Okay.
And then Anchorus, I would say those were my top 3 from that first box set, and that I had seen on DVD, I think.
Okay.
Leprechaun in the Hood, is that folk horror? I yeah.
I'd say yes. It's cultural. It's very cultural. It's multiple cultures colliding, It's the ultimate folklore when you think about it.
Yeah, it's like a 2 different, folk legends colliding together.
Exactly. But when you think about it, this is actually a genius.
Phil Anselmo recommended to you, James? Did he come out
I
did you, like, after show, he's like, "Dude, you gotta
Hey,
see, are you into
brother.
Russian movies?" The one with the
No, I believe it. I believe it. Phil's into, like, obscure shit, from what I've read and
well,
heard.
Phil has good taste then.
He honestly does, like, I kn I'm sure he's an asshole. I have no desire to worship Phil Anselmo, but, like, I always respected him in the '90s for, like, a big band like Pantera would bring out, like, Morbid Angel or, Immortal, to open for them, and, like, Phil was always wearing, like, a Dark Throne shirt back, when no one popular was doing
Or
that, and
the I Hate God
so
shirt, or,
yeah, yeah,
probably repped Acid Bath or something, like some cool bands,
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, he always did. Always black metal and cool underground stuff, but then then you hear some pretty negative things about him also, so those kinda take over at
Mhm.
that point. Pl Plus, I never really liked Pantera either, so
I did for a while, like a lot of,
yeah, no, I guess I
90s.
did too. I did I'm gonna walk
I
that
had
back. I
a
had that
Pan
that that
I
that
had a
album,
Pantera shirt in high school. It was the I think it was the Hollow shirt. I'm gonna try to look it up. The song "Hollow"
Yeah,
from
no.
Vulgar Display of Power.
That's the album that I had. And I did I think I was a Pantera fan for like a year. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, because I was into Pantera and White Zombie, and I had my Machine Head shirt.
Oh yeah, Tom was all
But
about the
then,
groove.
yeah, that dropped off.
All about the groove.
That dropped off by about 15. Got away from that. Yeah, I think it was the Hollow shirt, and it had on the back lyrics from Hollow. That was the one Pantera shirt I had, and I had a White Zombie shirt.
Yeah. So from what I think what Simon's getting at is in when you live in Texas, you just walking around and random Pantera members, you'll just kind of run into them and they'll be like, "Brother, I got an obscure movie to
At
recommend
the
to
barbecue joint,
you." Oh yeah, I would
getting the
hope so.
brisket, waiting in line.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I want I want to go to Texas for that reason exactly.
Yeah, I never heard Scour. I did at the time like that first Down album, and I would play that quite a
Yeah.
bit.
Actually, it was pretty good.
Plenty of stolen Black Sabbath riffs, but a lot of people were guilty of that, certainly.
Yeah. And it was cool
Oh,
hearing like Phil could actually sing, you know?
yeah, that one was pretty weird. That November.
A robot
Yeah,
folk horror. Wow. That sounds actually awesome.
yeah. And those sets are some like pretty crazy movies, but that's part of it. It's like even if I didn't love it, it's like I've never seen a movie like this before.
Yeah.
All right, you want to talk about King of the Kickboxers, or did you want to cover anything else,
Yeah.
Eli?
No, yeah. No, I'm good.
So, how would you describe this movie? I would describe it as I misspoke last week. I said Bloodsport, but I meant Kickboxer. So, imagine Jean Claude Van Damme's Kickboxer, but a snuff version.
Yeah.
And another way I would describe this as it's basically like a 90s Hong Kong Cat 3 version of Kickboxer, the Van Damme movie, but with Americans acting. So
Yeah.
one thing that's kind of weird about the movie, but I kind of like, is that it's has that 90s Hong Kong way over the top action movie
Oh
acting,
yeah.
but they're Americans doing it, which you don't usually
Yeah.
see. And it's also there's
Yeah.
the problem is that you have a Chinese guy writing the dialogue. So
And some of these actors I think are probably pretty bad
yeah,
too.
and
Just in
and
general.
Billy Blanks plays the villain, and he's so outrageously over the top that
Yeah.
it's pretty great. And a fun fact that have you ever played Super Street Fighter 2?
Oh yeah.
That character DJ in Super Street Fighter 2 is based off of the Billy Blanks character in this movie.
Oh, that makes sense. He was one of my favorite guys actually. He did all those crazy kicks.
Yeah, I can
DJ.
show people. Let me bring it up.
I actually famously back in the day I drew a picture of DJ, like a really good one when I used to know how
Oh
to draw.
wow.
It was pretty good for like a 9-year-old or maybe I was 11.
Trying to share.
Yeah, but I forgot how Billy Blanks, I think he always would everything I've seen him in back then was he always played a villain.
Yeah, we can go through the
Yeah, that
Billy
does look
Blanks.
like
Obviously, Billy Blanks is famous for Taibo, that exercise karate
yeah,
program, but this is DJ from Super Street Fighter 2.
it does look like him, doesn't it?
Because I've seen a couple movies that he's in.
He was in The Last Boy Scout.
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, he was a villain in that movie. He had a famous line, and I bring that up because I told my buddy about this movie earlier today, and because I've told you this before, he's from Erie, Pennsylvania, which is where Billy Blanks is from. So I texted him. I said, "Oh, I'm watching, this movie with your boy Billy Blanks," and he's like, "Oh, I never heard of that." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "What was his line from Last Boy Scout?" He says, what does he say? He's got a iconic. Oh yeah, ain't life a bitch?
Oh, yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Blanks from Last Boy Scout.
So, one movie I remember is Back in Action with Roddy Piper.
Oh shit, Billy was in that too. That was Billy okay, Billy Blanks.
But yeah, I can play a trailer. Give me a second. I'll play the trailer.
Was he a serious martial arts guy, or was he just an actor? I can't remember.
Oh, you mean like did he compete?
Or did he have like an actual like real martial arts
He must
training?
have had training.
Or like was he like a black belt? You know what I mean? Was he like serious about it?
I
couldn't
don't
remember.
know, but he had to have trained. I don't know if I can look up his bio here.
Yeah. Because like you have some actors like remember he was kind of popular for a while. Remember Tony Jaa?
Yeah.
I guess he didn't even come from a martial arts background. He was like a dancer or something. But I think he did, he trained, in martial arts, but it was like just to be able to show how to, or just to be able to do it for the movies.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, which is it's kind of disappointing sometimes when you're like, oh, but whatever. At least the movies are cool.
Yeah, it's still fake either way.
Yeah, it's gonna be fake.
In mysterious Thailand, the home of the world's deadliest sport, when the cameras roll, death awaits.
Do it once, huh? At least it evens the odds a little.
Interpol paid me a visit today, asked about a loan out. And you lucky stiff, I'm gonna send you over there.
Well, where's over there? My luck, it'll be Jersey.
No, it's better than Jersey. Thailand.
And the deaths in these films are for real. It's where the action and the market is. Business is very good, but to meet the demand, somebody has to get killed.
A New York cop becomes part of this secret world in the steaming jungles of Thailand. Masquerading as a fighter, he is really on a mission of vengeance.
You're not hitting me with that! Thai proverbs say success comes through pain. It's been 10 years now, and death is just around the corner. I'm ready to face it. I don't fear it.
Then you stand a chance against Khan.
Encountering the most deadly enemy. There's no winner or loser. Only life or death. To conquer this enemy, he has to learn to enter the ring without fear, completely and totally ready to die. one man will leave the ring alive, and he will be the king of the kickboxers.
Pretty
Yeah,
awesome
just
trailer,
show the
actually.
entire movie while you're at it.
I know. It was like 10 minutes. The soundtrack,
Yeah.
though.
I want
It's got
to
the
go
perfect
fight a tournament
80s.
now. I'm
Yeah,
inspired.
that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I love the plot of this movie. So basically, the hero Loren Avedon, he's a kid, and then his older brother wins a tournament, and then Billy Blanks murders his older brother in front of him. So he has an angle for revenge, obviously later on when he grows up. And he becomes a great kickboxer in his own right, but is also an undercover, is he FBI or CIA or something?
Yeah, something like that.
But he
Maybe
does drug busts again with these undercover drug busts. But I love that he's doing this drug deal undercover, and he's wearing this wire, and then
Yeah.
so
Scene.
in
It's so
in
stupid.
the beginning, and basically
It's so
he
dumb.
puts himself in a scenario where he has to beat up this entire gang of drug dealers.
They have guns and
So
shit.
like before his backup can show up, he tells them, "Yeah, I'm actually an undercover cop," and shows them the wire. Yeah,
For no
just
reason.
so he can beat them up by himself before his backup
Yeah.
gets there.
Didn't he tell his backup to not even
Yeah.
bother? He's like, I'm just gonna do it myself. You guys don't even need to
Yeah.
show up.
Like
They're like, what? Of course we're
he
going to.
gets off on beating up 8 drug dealers at once instead of just one. So
Yeah.
he enjoys it. So
Yeah. And he's so confident in his skills. He just doesn't care.
yeah, but he shows them off for good reason. And I
Yeah.
love the fight choreography is so over the top and
Yeah, it is.
and video game-esque. Like it's actually like
Yeah.
moves from the Street Fighter game.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Stuff that no one
like-
ever would ever
like
do,
like someone comes to kick and it just hangs in the air and they grab it and then flip them around or something. Like it
Yeah.
plenty of gravity defying moments.
Yes.
Let's not sully the name of the great Steven Seagal, please.
Yeah, we all know. There are two types of people in this world, those that know the real truth about Steven Seagal and those that are in denial. Haters,
Yeah.
I would call them.
Yeah, and so the really amazing part of this movie is that it's not just that Billy Blanks is the villain that is winning kickboxing tournaments. He participates in snuff karate movies. Is that what you would call them? No one's ever done this before, so I don't think it has a name.
It's its own thing.
So it's basically like a film crew gets together to film an action scene, but and Billy Blanks is the bad guy beating up the other guy. But Billy Blanks just actually kills the guy for real in front of the camera.
Which would make the ultimate action movie. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, wow, dude, that decapitation was real.
Like, do you remember that Bill Hicks had that bit of
yeah.
it's like grandma's dying in the hospital. Like they should
Have Chuck
people
Norris
people
fight.
dying in the hospital, they should use them as extras in karate movies and just kill them for real. It's like,
Yeah.
do you want your grandma dying alone in a room with strangers, or do you want her to meet Chuck Norris?
Did he say like Chuck Norris kicks her head off or something?
Have her head kicked off by Chuck Norris.
Oh man, it's so true.
So, but it works in the plot because then he goes undercover to break up the snuff karate ring, and it just turns out that Billy Blanks, he's the villain in the snuff karate movies, is also the villain that killed his brother. So it all comes together like a lot of these things. Like when we did Angel Fist, it's like the side gig of crime fighting coincides with the tournament.
It's similar to Angel Fist in some ways,
Yeah.
actually. It's a lot better, but it's similar.
And apparently there's a sequel to this movie. I have not seen it, but it is on Tubi. I noticed.
Shit. What's
King
that
of the
called?
Kickboxers 2.
Okay. Okay. Shit. Yeah, I gotta see that then. I'm sure it's like a cash grab sequel.
I don't know,
but it could be good. It could surpass the first.
Could be The Godfather Part 2 of King of the Kickboxers.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then like there's the girl that's like she's like the sex slave of the operation, the aspiring model. She gets captured. I was confused by that.
Yeah, me too. It didn't really make sense.
Are they gonna it's like they're
happen.
trying to traffic her or something?
That's what I assumed. She's being trafficked,
But then
or something.
Our hero Loren has a thing with her, but then she's captured, and then they put her for the final battle. They put her in a cage, like they used to do in the NWA when they would have Precious in the cage above the ring, or whoever, or Jim Cornette, and they in the final battle he's trying to win, just to win, right? And he's trying to survive because Billy Blanks is trying to kill him on camera because they're filming this final battle. And he's fighting for the honor of his new blonde friend in the cage above the ring.
Yeah, he's got a lot at stake, literally.
And I like because that's part of the plot is that the filmmakers are like, we're making a lot of money making these snuff karate movies, but there's not a lot of stakes because a guy shows up and gets killed. So we want to make one where there's more emotional stakes. So that's part of they have a background, the two characters fighting, and then the girl in the cage. They have something to fight over. So it's snuff. It's a snuff film with emotional stakes.
Yeah. They just wanted to make the best movies they could. That's I respect it.
It's the first of its kind.
Yeah.
Like imagine like Scott was making a snuff film, let's just say, and then he was like, you know what, this is cool and everything, but there's just not enough emotional stakes in this movie.
Yeah,
we can do better. Yeah. Let's aspire to reach.
Well, yeah. If you're a movie fan, that would be a natural conclusion to come to. You'd be like, I can't stand by putting out these B movies with no feel, and no artistry. We can do better than that.
Yeah, it's even artists are artists, whether they're making snuff films or music videos, commercials, whatever it is. You want to make something that grabs the audience.
Yeah. Are we to judge their art and say what is true art and what isn't? I don't think so.
Yes, I have, and we did, and we'll continue to do so.
Yeah, that's true.
That's funny because people actually will say that's like, who are we to judge films? It's like, well, we do it constantly.
Yeah, that's a human reaction. Yeah.
I mean,
and whether or not you're doing it publicly, you're still going to do it in your mind. You're going to have the thoughts.
It's a Wes Anderson martial arts movie.
Oh wow, that would be something. That would be.
What did you think of the dialogue in this movie?
Well, it's funny. I had forgotten that this was going, because I remember when you mentioned that it was a Billy Blanks movie. I had forgotten that it was a Japanese movie
it's not Japanese
until today.
Yeah,
Or Chinese.
Yeah,
Hong Kong,
it's a Chinese American co-production, but it very much feels like a Hong Kong movie, but with American actors. It doesn't tonally and script wise, it doesn't feel American to me.
No, the acting, the acting is so over the top and pretty bad in most places, really bad in some places too. Like some of those early on characters, you're like, oh my god. But it's important, I think, before you watch it to know those bits about it, because then you'll appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah, it's partially there. It's also the lost in translation aspect. With the dialogue, but then it's also just a thing of, you don't notice it as much with Hong Kong movies if you don't understand the language, because you're just reading the subtitles, and the acting doesn't seem as unnatural to you because you're not used to the language. So it's just like it's a acting style that you're not used to seeing Americans do, basically.
Because it was coming from the director, wanted them to act that way, or else it would have just came off like Americans being American, so they were directed to act that way, and that's what's kind of cool about it.
I would say Don Stroud, he's the guy that he was sitting down and sending Loren Avedon on his mission, basically, like the guy from the CIA or whatever. The boss that's putting him.
That scene was pretty interesting.
I would say he handles it the best. He seems more like a normal American actor.
Yeah, you're right.
It feels like he was like, yeah, I'm not saying it that way. I'm changing.
I think you're probably right,
because he's a very, very experienced. It's not. No, it's not Don Stroud. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of, because I was thinking of Slaughter's Big Ripoff, because I just watched that.
Oh,
it was. Oh no, it was Don Stroud. Oh, they're in both. Never
he's
mind.
in both.
Yeah. So Don Stroud, who's also in Slaughter's Big Ripoff. So his acting seems more normal in this, probably because he's like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I bet.
Yeah. That whole dialogue between him and the what's his name there? You're going to Thailand. No, I'm not. The fuck you are, or something like that. Okay, I guess I'm going there then.
Let's see here. Don't get me started on Lords of Chaos. A fat poser Jew, as according to Varg.
He did say that.
Yeah, he said it about, if you watch this video where he complains about Lords of Chaos, he complains that he calls him a fat Jew about 73 times.
Yeah, he's like, they intentionally cast him to spite me or something. Which maybe they did. That
I
they
agree
very
with
well
him.
could
I
have.
think it was intentional.
Yeah. They're like, we know this guy is gonna just his casting is gonna piss him off. He's Jewish and he doesn't look, probably anything like Varg, did intentionally. They didn't just try to find a clone of him.
I think it was intentional that they were mocking Varg and saying, Basically saying he's
I
an
think so,
idiot
too.
poser.
Plus, they portrayed him that way too. Like he was just an asshole the whole time to everybody.
Yeah. Do you have any notes about so there's also the of course you have the training sequences. So you have the the whatever the Mr. Miyagi equivalent guy. So so
Yeah.
Khan, who's the Billy Blanks villain, he's never lost a fight, but Avedon finds the one guy that almost beat him.
It was a tie, kind of.
I don't think it was was it a tie? I thought it was just he got
Or he
close
just didn't die.
to beating him is what I thought, but lost.
Yeah. The closest.
And so he gets trained by him, and the trainer guy, they do very Jean-Claude Van Damme-esque training. He does a splits montage. And I like that the trainer guy has a pet monkey. And I like the monkey. Did you?
For no reason at all.
Did you enjoy the monkey?
Oh yeah. Anytime a monkey shows up is gonna elevate it for me a little bit.
I agree. Always fun to get a monkey in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Anything else that you enjoyed about the movie? I'm looking at the plot description here.
Oh, I forgot to mention. I don't know if you have the IMDb page or whatever, but the cinematographer, his name is Viking. It's like some Asian last name, and his first name is Viking.
Huh.
Like that's fucking awesome. His parents named him. Oh, maybe his parents named him Viking, or maybe that's just. Either way, it's a cool name to go by.
Yeah, Viking Chew.
Viking Chew, yeah.
I did not notice that.
Yeah. I think it'd be especially cool if, like in real life, if he is like 5'2" or something. You know, he's got this tough sounding name, and he's just like this little guy.
He looks like the Chinese Cash Patel.
Yeah, like you expect to meet him in person. He's gonna be this giant dude, and he's just like small, like tiny. Viking. And if your name is Viking, you could say things like, "I'll see you in Valhalla, brother," you know, and it would make sense because it would only make sense to say something like that, being like a Viking. And no sane person in 2025 would say that. Be serious.
Yeah, he only did King of the Kickboxers 1 and 2. That's all he's credited with.
Oh wow! Can you imagine that being your resume?
But maybe he's credited under a different name for the other stuff, because it's very unusual that you're only credited as cinematographer, because usually you have to work your way up. You know, like your assistant camera or before that or something. But maybe he's credited under a different name. He didn't like his. He was named Wong Chu, and he didn't like that. It's like I'm gonna pick a new name.
Yeah, if I'm gonna pick a new name, what sounds really cool? I'm a Viking, I guess.
He's not wrong.
No.
I
mean, he did direct both, King of the Kickboxer movies.
Well, he did the cinematography.
Cinematography, yeah. So he's pretty cool in my book.
Let me look up quotes.
I did appreciate how it turned out to be much more violent than I thought it was going to be, because like that scene at the beginning, that kickboxing scene, it wasn't super bloody or anything, and I was like, okay, it's going to be kind of maybe a tame-ish movie, but it gets pretty gory and violent.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it has a Cat 3. So
yeah,
if people that's basically was like the Hong Kong equivalent to NC-17. So you had like very violent action movies and horror movies. And that's what what it feels like.
Yeah, it's more it's more extreme looking than like the average average kickboxing fighting movie.
Yeah, but it's also the extremity is not just the violence. It's like the camera work, the acting, the plot. It's
Yeah.
like it's all over the top.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking at the IMDb. It says the final battle took 2 weeks to film.
Wow. That's probably the most time they spent on. Well, I mean, there's a lot of fight choreography and stuff, and overall, like throughout the movie, lots of it. Some different
Yeah,
locations.
and it has, like I said, a unique style of choreography where it's not at all realistic, and it's almost like properly like a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, that's what makes it cool, I think.
And it says that Billy Blanks, he started the movie, he weighed 240 pounds, and then he ended up 205 pounds because he lost a lot of his bulk. I guess he wasn't weightlifting or eating protein.
He's pretty jacked in this movie.
But apparently during the final fight, he was slimmer. I didn't particularly notice, but that's what it says on IMDb, that he ended up losing 35 pounds.
I wonder if he was taking some roids. That sounds like steroids to me.
Maybe he was before that.
He juiced up and gained a bunch of weight real quick, and then lost it real quick.
Couldn't train during the movie. Didn't have time.
Yeah, because that's some fluctuation.
Yep. Any final thoughts?
No, not really. Just it was a fun movie. Definitely took me by surprise. I enjoyed it way more than I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to be more of something more like Angel Fist, like, this is okay, this is cool, but it was like much better than Angel Fist,
Yeah,
more kung fu.
So it's very much like a martial art movie.
Yeah, more kung fu scenes, and I didn't expect all that. It's not just kickboxing; it's all kinds of stuff, all different fighting locations.
There's some good shots of Thailand because it takes place in Thailand. So naturally, if you have a kickboxer movie, you want it in Bangkok, obviously, the mecca of kickboxing.
Yeah, you do want that.
Yeah. And again, this for some reason has not been reissued, even on DVD. So I don't understand why this doesn't have like a Blu-ray or a 4K from Vinegar Syndrome or somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I can't. Like, I would buy this right now if I had the option to. I'd be like, yeah, I want to watch this. I want to own this and watch it again. I don't know. I don't know why there isn't. Yeah, I'm never gonna find that. I'm never gonna find a VHS copy. And if I do, it's going to be like $400 or $500 probably.
It's not that expensive. I don't. Yeah, this movie's not like famous or anything.
No, I guess I was figuring it was going to be one of those. Maybe it's a hit among like the cult VHS collectors.
Yeah, but usually it's the martial arts does not cross over into that. In terms of like, usually any martial arts movies don't get that expensive. It's usually the horror, if it's horror or certain types of cult movies. That's where,
or definitely horror though. That horror stuff goes for big bucks in some cases.
Yeah, because I think I mentioned to you before, but like when during the COVID lockdown, I wasn't working, so I sold off some horror VHS on eBay, and I made like $5,000.
I'm not surprised at all.
I'm trying to think like how many. Like it probably averaged like $80 a pop or something for the ones I sold.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not surprised. You know who I bet owns King of the Kickboxer? If I were to guess.
Well, Dennis from, and
Dennis,
no, he
yeah,
said he
let's go.
did. He mentioned it.
Oh, I
in
didn't remember
in the
that.
comments. He said,
Okay.
a good kickboxing movie that he has is King of the Kickboxers.
Oh, I didn't know.
So
I didn't see that. But that's
I
what I was
I think I don't know if he said he owned it, but I think I assumed he did because he had seen it.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's exactly where I was going. Dennis.
Oh, the guy that went crazy and killed his mom.
Killed his mom. Yeah. He was it a drug psychosis, I think, basically,
I think
is
so.
what it was. Yeah. Killed his mom, and he said something about saying she was a robot and he had to stop her.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. I think he bludgeoned her with a hammer or something bad. Like he didn't shoot her. He he brutalized her pretty bad.
All right. So what any upcoming movies that you want to see? So now there's like, I want to see Long Walk.
There's
and then the P.T. Anderson movie. Definitely.
Yeah, I hope to see that P.T. Anderson movie by the weekend, like probably tomorrow, because I think I'm going to end up seeing The Strangers Chapter 2 tonight, which I already know is going to suck, but I'll make up for it tomorrow. Next week, I want to see The Smashing Machine, and I think Good Boy comes out.
Wasn't there already a Strangers Part 2? I've seen 2 of them.
There's a Strangers that came out way back when 2008 or whatever. Then they did a sequel to that, and then they did a reboot this year. Yeah, and there's going to be 3. It's going to be a trilogy.
I saw the first 2.
Okay. The original Strangers is okay. I think it's solid. I didn't think it was great, but this the reboot's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. It's not
good. Oh yeah, and then Baltimoreans. I still want to see that.
Really good. I loved Baltimoreans. I completely enjoyed it. I can't wait to watch it again.
All right, but I have so next Saturday there's actually a film festival near here. So I was gonna go do that. And one of the things showing, it's showing at 7 p.m. next Saturday. So I think the next show we're gonna do is in 2 weeks. So because I think I'm gonna go to this film festival. I think we'll have to skip next week. But do you know Stavros Halkias, the comedian?
I do, yeah. Oh, I only really became familiar with him recently, like a couple months.
He was on the podcast Come Town, which I would listen to. But he's hosting a screening of Commando at this film festival.
Whoa.
The Schwarzenegger movie. So I bought a ticket to that, and then I'm gonna check out some of the other stuff that they're showing at this film festival.
Why is he hosting it? Why him? Is he does he live in your area?
Well, he's from Baltimore. But why is he hosting Commando?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's his favorite movie or something.
Yeah. I'm sure if he's hosting it, he'll probably do like a little speech about it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to film it with my phone. If he, I guess
awesome.
I'm assuming he's introing Commando.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out.
So
He'll
cool.
explain why he's introing Commando.
Yeah. And what other movies are going to be playing there?
I don't know, because it's more smaller movies, so it's not stuff I've heard of. So I'm gonna go investigate and see.
Yeah.
The stuff that I want to see.
Right.
So
And it's just right in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's the Charles Theater.
Okay.
So I know they've had one of the years they've had oh, was it across the street? The Maryland Death Fest, I think, was across the street from the theater one of the years.
Wow.
In that area, like
Okay.
where the farmers market is across from there.
Cool.
Yeah, but anyways, I thought I would check it out. It'd be fun because usually when I've gone to film festivals, but it's usually something I worked on with screening, or I've worked the film festival.
Yeah.
Because I worked there's the one year I worked the AFI Docs Film Festival, which was a week-long festival.
Wow.
In terms of like filming Q&As and live streaming interviews, and we actually interviewed Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Wow.
So I met him, but I never watched Bill Nye the Science Guy, so I did not give a fuck. But
I did a little bit, not a ton.
But it's funny to me, like he could not even walk around without being sworn by people.
Yeah, he's like a cult phenomenon.
Because it's like because all these people younger than me, they grew up with him, and
yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
That is.
Yeah,
that sounds cool. I'd go too if I lived there nearby.
So I think it'd be fun just not have any ties or to anything that I have to work. Because usually if it's something I worked on, then I'm just like nervous about it for some reason. Like there's going to be some technical disaster. Because I've gone to the screenings of movies where I worked on the sound, and then the sound was out of sync. And I'm like, oh fuck!
You're like, this is making me look bad.
Like where I can just relax and just watch a couple movies, or and not have to worry about this, that, and the other going wrong. Like it's not my problem.
Yeah, you're just going to have fun.
I guess that was the closest equivalent would be Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
All right. So in 2 weeks, I wanted to bring up that Mario Bava box set in 2 weeks. So I picked him. I have the actual.
That'd be awesome to get. Yeah, that'd be cool to go through.
I picked an obscure movie that I think would be interesting to talk about. I bumped into Midnight.
I was gonna say, I thought I heard a cat. Yeah.
He was complaining. I accidentally bumped into him. So
I was looking around. I didn't know if there was a cat here outside or something.
I woke him up. He's very upset.
Yeah, he sounds fucking pissed. Oh no, he's getting happy now. He was only mad for like 5 seconds. He's over it now.
Yeah. Oh my God, he knocked my phone over. He's always knocking stuff over. Okay, so the movie in 2 weeks is going to be 4 Times That Night, which is a sex version of Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon.
I haven't seen it.
And I rewatched it, and I thought it was it's from 1971. Okay. I thought it was quite interesting because it's almost like an anti-Me Too movie in a way. Because it's basically like a woman claims that she was sexually assaulted, and then it shows 3 other perspectives, Rashomon style, that suggest that she's lying. But it's done like a fun comedy.
So that'd be a weird twist, a weird vibe.
And I hadn't really had never thought of it deeply, but it's so even it's 71, but it feels like it's 1968. I think it was shot a couple of years earlier, actually.
Yeah.
But it's like this the sets and the music and the costumes are just like amazing late 60s craziness.
Yeah.
Like
This might be a movie my girlfriend might actually watch. I've rarely.
it's so swank.
Yeah.
Like like late 60s swank. I can't even put it into words how late
Yeah.
60s swanky it is.
Interesting.
But I thought it was like I thought it'd be an interesting discussion point to discuss sort of the plot of it, because it's actually, for a sex comedy, it's actually has an interesting plot. But I was thinking, like, is this like the anti-Me Too movie in a way, but from 1971?
Sounds like it might be.
So or not. I don't know.
Well, maybe I'll maybe in the meantime I'll watch Rashomon also, because I'll have plenty of time to do it, because I haven't seen that.
Okay, so the basic idea is it's just that there's a horrible event, and then it shows it from 4 different perspectives, all very different.
That sounds
So
cool.
it's basically that's just the only thing that's the same as Rashomon. It's just like the structure of that. That's the only thing that's really taken from Rashomon.
Yeah, no, I still haven't seen a ton of. There's still a ton of Kurosawa movies I have not seen yet. So
Yeah.
I've only really seen his, like his greatest hits. Basically, I haven't got there yet with his more obscure stuff.
Yeah, I would say my favorites are, Akiru and Hidden Fortress and Ron.
Hidden Fortress, I own. I haven't seen the other two that you named.
Akiru is very different. It's basically, it was remade recently, so it's basically this bureaucrat, this older bureaucrat that just works at a shitty office job, a shitty bureaucratic office job.
Yeah.
He basically he gets told he has 6 months to live, and he figures he's wasted his entire life. So he strives to find something important to do, with his final 6 months, basically, is what it is.
That's an interesting premise. I like it.
So there's no like samurais running around or anything like that.
Yeah.
So,
but it still sounds very Japanese.
yeah, definitely. Midnight. I think we'll close up shop.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
Can you hear the purring?
I can hear it. He's speaking right into the microphone there.
Thank you, everyone. So we'll be back in 2 weeks. I'll try to get some footage of Stavi.
That'd be cool.
Explaining why he loves Commando, or what the deal is with this.
That'd be awesome.
And you're just gonna stare right at me.
I haven't seen a lot of his comedy yet, but I am liking him like as a person, because I've been seeing him on he's been kind of having a presence lately, because he's been like kind of like criticizing, some of the shittier comedians and stuff. So he's been drifting into my periphery lately.
Well, he's on tons of podcasts, so invariably stuff comes up, and then people clip the podcasts, because I'll watch his podcast, and it's usually, he talks about all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
So he's not really a political podcaster, but that stuff comes up from time to time.
Yeah, it's kind of inescapable nowadays. I was actually I think it was today or yesterday, I was watching a clip with him online where he was performing, and I guess some dude was, I don't know. I don't think he was heckling him, but he was just being rude and like shitty. And like, so he's like, yeah, so this guy right here needs to go. He's like, it's just, I've had enough of him or whatever. And the guy, as he's being thrown out, he's like, I'm a Purple Heart veteran or whatever. And stuff. He's like, yeah, that's awesome. You're still an asshole though.
It's like, well, you don't mind getting shot at.
Yeah.
So here's another. Take another bullet, buddy. All right. Thank you, everybody. We had fun. So in 2 weeks, we'll be back. We'll talk about 4 Times That Night. And we'll talk about some sexiness.
4 Times That Night is actually one of Scott's catchphrases, oddly enough.
Yeah. It's a masturbation reference. All right. Thank you. Maybe Scott won't be locked up. Let's hope.
See. Yeah,
We would
a
love
lot
to
can
get
change.
we would love to get his thoughts on the Me Too movement and etc.
I mean, it sounds like a movie he would enjoy.
Believe
Sounds
all
like
women. We'd love to get his thoughts. God knows we can't ask an actual woman. We'll ask Scott.
Yeah, any women out there that want to be the subject of the questioning, feel free to come forward.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Have a great night. Thank you, Eli, for actually showing up.
Yeah. Scott.
Sayonara. Have a good one.